Hello, this is Mark. It is about the middle of August 2012. And I wanted to do this. And I guess I'll entitle this video Star Wars, The Matrix, and Jesus, or something like that. Let's see. See if I can get this cactus down here. Let's see, we can start with Darth Vader. Darth Vader. Okay, well, maybe a little bit of knowledge about the age of Pisces, which we just left. The age of Pisces was what Paul called the Dark Age, and it's where we get the term the Dark Ages. Paul called it this Dark Age. You can look that up. And, you know, I don't look up this stuff much anymore. And if you have Darth Vader, and Pisces was also an age of death. Pisces was the last sign of the zodiac, and it represents death. And it represents spirits and spiritualism and everything like that. If you take Darth Vader, let's see if that's readable. Vader. Got Darth Vader there. In Star Wars, he represented death and darkness, which is why it says dark, or why it says Darth. Darth is a word, a made-up word, that represents darkness and death, which was the age of Pisces. The age of Pisces was an age of darkness and death. And Paul called it this dark age. So who was in the age of Pisces? You have the sign of the fish. Who was in the age of Pisces? The age of Pisces represents Jesus. So the villain in Star Wars was Jesus. Darth Vader was Jesus, is what it was supposed to be. And, okay, so we had, and Darth Vader died. So at the end of the age of Pisces, Jesus is supposed to die. And there is Darth Vader and Jesus. And Darth is dark and death mixed together, those names. And Vader is from Vado in Italian. Vado in Italian means I go. Vader would therefore be, if you have the ER ending on it, in English you take the Vad, which is from Vado, I go. You add ER and it's one who goes. Death and darkness goes. The one of death and darkness goes. If that's the one of Pisces, death and darkness, then Jesus goes. And so Darth Vader was supposed to represent Jesus. Now, we have Luke Skywalker. And I'll just abbreviate Skywalker. We have Luke Skywalker. And Luke is from the Latin lux, which means light. There's also a word in Italian called luce, la luce, which means the light. So Luke Skywalker was supposed to be the light. As we come into the age of Aquarius, is opposite the sign of Leo, which is the sign of the sun. And the sun gives light. And Luke represents the sun. Let's see. And Skywalker is what the sun does during the year. It walks up and down the sky, metaphorically speaking. Luke Skywalker was the light that walked up and down the sky, the sun. That's the age of Aquarius. That is the age that's coming. So if Darth Vader is going, then what is coming? And this is not my idea, this is their idea. if Luke Skywalker is coming and he is in the age to come, and we know the Antichrist is coming, then Luke Skywalker represents the Antichrist. Because it's the sun that's coming in the opposite sign of Aquarius. And the age we're in is Aquarius. The opposite sign is Leo, the sun. It represents, Leo is the sign of the sun. It represents the Antichrist, Luke Skywalker. So this is exactly reversed of the way people think. Where did my pen go? It is exactly reversed of the way people thought. People thought Darth Vader was evil. And the Bible says, woe to you who change bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And you can look that up. It's in the Bible. And and it's to change evil for good and good for evil is what it talks about. And what happened was they switched the characters. Whereas Darth Vader was supposed to be evil, he represented Jesus. Whereas Luke Skywalker was supposed to be good, he represents the Antichrist. It's completely reversed. And the forces, there was a force in Star Wars. The Bible says that the Antichrist will worship a god of fortresses, or of forces, it says in one translation. I think it says fortresses in the King James Version. You can look that up. He will worship, let me turn off this. He will worship a god of forces. And Star Wars, the Bible talks about Satan fighting against God, and he says there was war in heaven. And it talks about Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, or the dragon and his angels fought, and then Michael and his angels fought back. Also, the Matrix, there is this idea of forces, these powers that I think in the first one could stop bullets, and there was the idea of a resurrection, just like with Jesus. Somebody told me, well, Neo represented Jesus. Here's a problem, though. Neo Anderson, Neo means new. It's from Greek. I think it's Neos or something like that. And Anderson comes from aner in Greek, which means man. We also have the word anthropos, as in anthropology, and that th was turned to a d, andropos, which is where we get the name Andropov. We had whatever his name was, Andropov, who was the president of Russia, or the president of the Soviet Union. And so it's Neo, it's new man, son, or new son of man, which is the Antichrist. And that is what these things represent. It's talking about the Antichrist. It's talking about what is coming. Star Wars, the wars between the stars. And the idea is Jesus was the past and we're moving on from that. And as I've said, I think they'll be surprised. But also, the matrix means womb. And it means, the birth of something. Matrix is Latin for womb. So that's my video. Thank you.